Hey, what's up, galera? It's Hey with gingaandgrowstrong.com, and I'm back with another tutorial. This time I'm going to talk about Helicoptero, okay, for the old man, or for the beginner, or for the intermediate person. It's really not for a beginner, but I haven't done one of these in a couple years, and I still had it in my back pocket. So there was a time when I first got started, YouTube wasn't that big yet, and there was no resources, so you had to like search for somebody who knew how to do the move and like hound them for a while. And the person that I knew who knew how to do it was Sabia at that time from our group in Capoeira Ginga, and right now it's Monitor Sabia. But back then he had been training for several years, maybe 6-7 years at that time back then, and he had this amazing game. And so we'd ask him over and over again. He's like, well, we tried this bottle thing. So you're going to see here momentarily that we used a bottle technique, and we just kept on doing it over and over again. Now there's tutorials all over the internet, and so this is a good one so that you don't come out. If you want to come out really clean, it's going to take a lot harder work. But the way that I come out is clean enough to stand up and get back into your game, and not have to be so. It's going to take a lot of time. No matter what, it's going to take a long time. This is a way that you could get up, and so that it's really accessible to those just putting in a little bit work, whereas to get it really clean, you have to put in a lot more work to land on one leg and push out. So remember that we do have to push out, as I'm going to explain here in a little while, with that hand, the exiting hand. And I only do it to one side, but I'm going to give you a way to practice using an elevated surface, where you can practice both sides and get good if you have more time to do that. But hey, if you get one, Helicoptero is one of those elusive moves that if you get one, hey, kudos, man. That's all you really need. So if you have any questions on this one, just post those in the comments below. And don't forget to take our 90-second survey as well. So I'll put the link below. So without further ado, let's get started, galera. Simbora. All right, let's get started with a demonstration, and I'm going to show you the kind of the lazy way that I come out of there. So it's kind of square as I come out, where it's not so one-legged. Okay, so as I do it, I come out square, but it's still legitimate. Okay, so this is an easier stopping point for you to start using in the roda. You know, you can go to negativa, rolê. So like I said, coming out is going to take a lot more time. So one of the inner things you got to do to start getting these is to know how to do oreicg. So why? Because we're going to push, the first thing, here it is. So we need to be able to do oreicg because we're going to push off with that exiting arm. In this case, it's going to be the right arm. Then we need to learn how to do oreicg with a switch leg. So here, if you don't know what oreicg, here's a beginner level. Awu, land one leg, twist your hips, then you add it to an oreicg. Okay, that's an oreicg over the top. So here is the switch leg. So we do oreicg, then we switch our leg. Why do we do that? Because that's the way you're going to land in the Helicoptero. Helicoptero is not oreicg, it's almost that, it's the other leg, but you're still going to need to push off the way that you push off with oreicg. So that's right there is a successful one. Okay, so how do we get the kick and the torque, the torso torque? Sabia's told me to do this drill. Then you could use anything. You could use I just had a little dice here, but you could use a bottle, like a plastic bottle, water bottle. And as you set up for your regular awu, as you go over the top, you kick it. So you need to generate power, okay, with that hip, see, and start learning how to really torque that hip and kick it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is keep on doing this until you are successfully kicking and torquing very hard. Okay, so this took me years, and man, it took me really at least 2 to 4 years for me to finally get it. But then somebody told me about this trick. It was Gradual do Palhaço from our group in Colorado Springs. So if you use an elevated surface, man, your body really learns how to do it. So start high, maybe 2 pads, okay? Then as you start getting better with the actual movement and pushing off with that exiting hand, the right hand, boom, okay, coming out, then you can go lower, okay? Take off one of them. And you don't have to use pads or mats. It's just good to do because they're solid, they're sturdy, and they're soft. Lightweight to moving it out. So then we drop it down and just do the same thing. Okay, come out clean, practice, really torque that leg, really kick that leg. Okay, really do it. So this is really going to train your hips, your arms, your timing. Okay,
Boom, and now it's a successful helicopter. So what we're gonna do now is, actually we're gonna go a little bit lower, but we're still gonna keep a crutch up. Okay, we're gonna go down halfway. Okay, once you can get this, you're gonna be almost ready for going to the flat, ground. Boom, push up out of it. Okay, and it's pretty much just repetition. But use these. If I would have known about this one a long time ago, man, it probably would have only taken me a couple months to get, instead of 2 to 4 years, and it took me a long time. So once you can come out clean off the lowest, then you're just gonna go to the ground. Same setup. Swing, swoop, and come out. You can come out square at first. Then as you kick harder and cleaner and push up with your better timing, you got it. Okay, guys. Good luck. Here's a recap of the sequences. See you in the next one. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ginga and grow strong.